Hello, everyone out there in YouTube, Rumble, and Xland. Xland, that's right. We're doing X-rated now. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and we're going to talk today some more about the latest episode of And Just Like Crap, episode 8 of the Sex and the City reboot, And Just Like Shit. Episode 8. Okay, what is the name of this episode? Who gives a fuck? Nobody gives a fuck what the name of this episode is. Okay, what matters is what's in the episode. That's what really matters, and that's what we're going to talk about here. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view. That's the point of view you never got before when you talked about this show with your girlfriends and your gay friends and your fucking slumber parties and drinking your fucking Cosmos and showing off your goddamn Manolo Blahniks. I don't give two shits about any of that crap. What I do care about is the characters. I care about the story, the characters, these situations, and what's going on here, okay? Now, I was a big fan of the original show Sex and the City. I watched every fucking episode back in the day, back when it first came out. I watched it back then. That's how old I am, all right? And now, since they decided to bring back this show as In Just Like Crap, I've decided to review every fucking episode of Sex and the City, so I did. I reviewed every single episode of Sex and the City. It's on here. Both movies, it's on here. I reviewed last season of this piece of shit. All that stuff's on this channel. And then in between the seasons, I've also been reviewing your favorite chick flicks, okay, and destroying those too. That's right. You think I'm limited to fucking Sex and the City? Fuck no, I'm not. All right. I go after your fucking chick flicks too, okay, and I give you a straight man's point of view because that's the point of view you never got. Okay, when you're watching this shit. I might even fucking do Barbie because I'm starting to get a little bit more respect for Barbie now. Because I saw that movie, I saw that fucking abortion, but now I'm thinking like maybe there's other layers to it that I didn't fucking see. You know, maybe there was a message there behind the surface and all I got was the surface. Maybe there's more meaning there. Maybe I need to start thinking three-dimensionally, you know? Anyways, I might do that, but who fucking knows? Right now, I'm dealing with this fucking piece of shit and just like crap, okay? So I'm gonna give you a straight man's point of view, okay? So if you're easily offended, if you're easily triggered, get the fuck out of here right now, okay? I guarantee you, if you're watching this video right now with your boyfriend or your husband and he's straight, okay, he's not offended by what I'm going to say, okay? He's not, all right? He's just telling you I'm just telling you what he fucking ain't going to tell you, okay? Ain't that right, dude? Yeah, of course not. Let's face it, most straight guys don't watch this show. They don't. I'm like the only one. All right? I watch reviews on Sex and the City. I watched reviews on And Just Like Crap. And some of them are really good. They really are, man. Megan Fox reviews it. So does like the Real Housewives review it. You know, not too much anymore because they're turned off by the show. Drag Dungeon reviews. They're really funny. They're a couple of gay guys. They're hilarious. All right. But I'm going to give you that point of view that they're not going to give you. Okay. I'm going to talk to you what a straight guy, a straight heterosexual man. Yes, a heterosexual man thinks about these women. About these shows. I'll even tell you a little bit about the clothes. I don't know shit about fashion, but I know what looks good and what doesn't look good, all right? And this show gives me plenty of material, okay? So that's what I'm going to give you, okay? A straight man's point of view, okay? So if you want to know what a real guy thinks about this show, I know it wasn't made for me. I get it. Okay, it was made for you, ladies out there, and your gay friends. That's what Sex and the City's always been about. Okay, it's always been for the middle-aged women and the gay guys. Okay, but it did have a loyal following. Like teenage girls watch that shit too. Okay, so it had a loyal following of that. All right. So I get it. It wasn't made for me. Okay, but I'm still going to tell you what I think anyway. Okay, because ladies, if all you know about men is from what you watch on Sex and the City, I'm sorry, but there's a lot more to us than just that. I would even so much as argue that there are no men on this fucking show. There's very few men on Sex and the City, okay, and there's almost no men on this show, okay, on And Just Like Crap. There's no real men, okay. There's not. I mean, yeah, yes, they're genetically male. They've got the fucking XY chromosome and all that shit, but they don't act like men. They act like vaginas, okay? Some of them are men with vaginas, okay? But I'm talking about even the men with penises have vaginas, metaphorically speaking, okay? Yeah, so you're not going to learn much about men from watching this show, unfortunately. Yeah, we're not really depicted very well on this show. And I would even go so far as to say we're not depicted at all, with very, very rare exceptions. Men are not really even depicted on this show. They never have been, honestly. And that was the biggest complaint I had with Sex and the City. I enjoyed Sex and the City, but the problem was that they didn't know what a fucking straight man was. Nobody in the writing room, nobody behind the camera or in front of the camera knew what a fucking straight man was. Okay? Because it was never really depicted. Okay? We were given characterization. We were given fucking an idea of what a straight guy is, okay? A very one-dimensional idea, and they just threw that up on the screen, okay? That's basically what it was, okay? These men that were on Sex and the City and on this show too are basically women. They're just fucking women dressed up as men, Okay, metaphorically speaking, and in some cases literally speaking, but that's what it is. That's all it is. That's all it's ever been. Okay, and that's the problem I have with the show. I enjoy Sex and the City, but they didn't get the men correct. Very, very rarely did they get the men correctly. Okay, but even the shit they got right on Sex and the City, they've already destroyed it on this show. Okay, they've deconstructed all that shit. Okay, what's the first thing you do is you fucking kill off Big. You have Carrie kill Big in the first fucking episode of the season, and then you try to get us to feel sorry for her for the rest of the fucking show, the rest of the series. Okay, because she lost her husband. You fucking killed your husband. You don't lose your husband. You fucking got rid of him. Okay? You got rid of him. And now that he's fucking dead, what do you got to do now? You just talk shit about him. Just talk shit about him. In the last review that I just did, Carrie talks to fucking to Miranda, butt ugly fucking food in her mouth Miranda, and tells her that maybe Big was a big mistake. You know, that maybe she never should have married Big. Maybe she should have stayed with Aiden, as if realistically he would have taken you back after you fucked him over twice, right? Yeah. Well, in Lollipop Land that this show takes place in, the straight guys forgive the girls immediately after they fucked him over, okay? And no, Carrie did not cheat on him once, okay? I counted it as every fucking time. She had an affair with Big when she was with Aiden. She had an affair with Big. Okay, it wasn't fucking cheating on somebody is what Steve did in Sex and the City, the movie. Okay, remember he confessed to Miranda, I slept with another woman once, but it'll never happen again. I'm so sorry about it. Remember, and then there was a whole drama about she was going to leave him and shit. And then at the end of the movie, they met on the bridge and they decided to stay together. Okay, that's cheating on someone. Okay, he did it one fucking time. He apologized for it. He didn't keep it a secret. He didn't make her find out about it, and he cut it off with that girl. We never even got to see what that girl looked like. We don't know her name. Nothing. And the reason they did that was because they knew goddamn well that if we saw who this girl was, more than likely she would have been a hell of a lot better looking and a hell of a lot nicer to Steve than Miranda is, and therefore we can't have that on the show. Steve needs to fucking suffer. Okay, so of course that's why we never saw it. Okay, same thing right now. Okay, Steve right now is fucking some other girl. We don't know who the hell it is. We don't know what she looks like or anything like that, how old she is or nothing. Okay, and they're not going to show us. Okay, they're not going to show us. You know why? Because they don't want us to fucking see this girl who more than likely is a beautiful fucking, probably a goddamn grad student, because his bar that he owns is right next to a university. So I'm guessing she's probably a hot ass fucking grad student. Okay, they're not going to show her to us or give us any screen time with her, because you know what might happen if they show us that girl? Okay, not only will we find her a lot better looking than fucking Miranda, not only will we find out that she treats Steve a hell of a lot better than Miranda ever did. Okay, but also, she might actually be like a cool girl. Okay, like we might actually like her, in a way that we don't like Shay, we don't like Seema, we don't like Lisa Todd Wexley, we don't like Naya. Okay, we might actually like her. She might actually have a cool personality, and that means that we're gonna start wanting Steve to stay with this girl. Oh my God, this girl's much better than Miranda. Hell yeah, keep her on the show. Okay, you see what I mean? They're not going to let that happen because the men have to fucking suffer on this show. They have to fucking suffer. Okay, the men have to suffer. Not the women, the men have to suffer. You see what I mean? The women don't have to suffer. You know why they don't have to suffer? Because they boss the men around. Okay? They're the ones making the men suffer. Therefore, they don't have to suffer. You see what I mean? That's what's going on here. Okay, this is fucking Lollipop Land. Look at Carrie. Carrie was suffering because she felt guilty about what she did to Aiden 20 fucking something years ago. So what happens? Snaps her fingers, there's Aiden right again. Poof, just like magic. And guess what? He's still in love with her. And he still wants to be with her. And he wants to try again for the third time now. And all that shit that she did in the past is all over and done with. It's water over the dam. Fuck it, I forgive you. I've always forgiven you. I've always loved you, even though I got fucking 3 kids with another fucking woman. You're the love of my life, the one that fucked me over twice and cheated on me dozens of times, because I count every single time that she was fucking. She had an affair with Big, okay? She didn't just cheat on Aiden. She had an affair with Big. And the difference is, she had an affair. That means that she fucked Big over and over and over and over again. This wasn't, oh my God, I was weak and we ended up fucking that one night in the hotel while you were fucking fixing my floors, or you were sanding my floors. Yeah, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. No, she kept meeting him at hotels all over the fucking city. This affair went on for a long fucking time. Okay? This wasn't a one and done. She kept fucking him over and over again, knowing that he was married. Okay? And he knew that was her boy. He met him. He met her boyfriend. Okay, so no, don't give me this fucking shit. Like I made a mistake. No. If you made a mistake, you made that mistake over and over and over again for months. For months. Okay? So don't give me that fucking bullshit. I have no sympathy for you. And you know what? Where it pisses me off is that I understand that Aiden's a nice guy, but just because he's a nice guy does not mean he has to be a fucking idiot. Okay? Anyone with any sort of common sense would not take a woman back that fucked him over twice. Okay? He's not so stupid to know that she only cheated on him one time. That's not what happened. Okay? That's not what happened. We know that's not what happened. Okay? She slept with Big over and over and over again while they were together. While he was doing nice things for her, taking her out to eat, buying her shit, okay? He was remodeling their fucking apartment. He bought that apartment for her, okay? Because they were going to kick her out because they went co-op and she didn't have the money to buy the place. So he bought it for her with the intent that they were going to live there together. He even bought the apartment next door so he could tear down that wall and make the place, twice as big as before. Okay, he did all that fucking construction work for free because he loved her. And the whole time, she was fucking Big behind his back, okay? And a hell of a lot more than once. You see what I mean? The whole time he's doing this, she's fucking another guy, okay? This wasn't oh my God, I slipped and I fell on his dick. No, this wasn't nothing like that, okay? So the fact that after all that happened, he's just gonna forget about it, act like, oh, you know what, it doesn't matter. I still love you, Carrie, you're still the one. And then she says some bullshit like, oh my God, maybe Big was a big mistake. You fucking bitch, look at your fucking bank account. You see all those fucking zeros there? Okay, after the decimal point, right in front of the decimal point, all those zeros, okay? That's because of Big. That's not because of you. That's because of Big. All right? So don't okay, all those clothes you're wearing, okay? The fucking the Birkin bags, and all those goddamn fucking the Valentinos, okay? And the Vivienne Westwood dress, all that kind of shit, okay? Big provided that for you. So don't give me this shit about Big was a big mistake. No, he wasn't, okay? He wasn't. He gave you everything, okay? Everything. You are where you are now because you fucking married Big. It's not because of fucking your own hard work, okay? No, it's not. Okay, and how dare you say shit like that, okay? Did you realize his sons wouldn't even be alive if he had stayed with you? Because you sure as fuck weren't going to give him any fucking kids, okay? He would have had no fucking children if he stayed with you. So don't give me this bullshit that it was a fucking big mistake. You're just being a selfish asshole, Carrie. Oh my God. Anyway, moving right along. So what does Carrie do? She goes over to fucking the pound. She goes to the fucking dog pound, and there's Shay behind the cage. Well, she should be. She should be. Okay, I guess it's the fucking vet or some shit. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, she's working there at the desk. Okay, she's like the receptionist there now. Okay, so she's falling hard. They're trying to make us sympathize with Shay this season because last season she was like this big walking fucking lesbo transgender non-binary fucking bullshit queen that just fucked everybody and got high with everybody and didn't give a shit about anybody. Now she's all this insecure and moody and depressed and and just oh, I'm such a victim. I'm persecuted. Oh, God, nobody likes me. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking dumb bitch. Of course, the fact that she blew up Miranda's marriage, that she destroyed Miranda's marriage, that never bothers her. That never even comes up, okay? She doesn't feel bad about that. She feels bad that she tried to film a pilot in Hollywood with Tony Danza and it didn't get picked up, okay? Because her transgenderism wasn't that believable, okay? So she had to come back to New York with her tail between her legs. She failed in LA, and now she has to Airbnb her apartment, okay, because she can't afford it anymore. She was expecting the show to get picked up, and she was going to count on that money to pay for the luxury apartment she has. Okay, so now she's got to live with her fucking mom in a basement room. And she got to work at this veterinarian clinic, okay, where apparently she worked there before. That's why the fucking the vet there just gave her old job back. Like, what the fuck? She said, I never hired anybody to fill your spot. Not because I'm sentimental, just because I'm lazy. Bull fucking shit. No one just walks into a vet place. Oh, yeah, I still got your job here. You've been gone for how many years? Well, guess what? I never hired anybody to fill it. So, yeah, it's your locker's still there if you want it. Get the fuck out of here. Come on. Man, I know I criticize the show for bad writing, but this is just lazy writing. This doesn't happen in real life, okay? Not that this show is supposed to be realistic, okay? But if you want us to really believe in these characters, to empathize with these characters, you have to provide us with verisimilitude, which means that it doesn't have to be realistic, but it has to be believable, okay? It has to be plausible, okay? This shit isn't plausible, all right? You know why? Because this show's written by fucking gay guys, lesbians, and men with vaginas. All right. So that's going on here. Yeah, Carrie goes to visit Shay. She says like, "Hey, guess what? You know what I want to do? I want to rent out your Airbnb. Kick those assholes that in there that you don't like. Kick them out of there. I want to rent it out because Aiden, my new man, Aiden, my old man who's now my new man. Okay, whenever he's in town, we've been spending a shitload of money on fucking hotels. Every time he's in town. So we just want to rent out an Airbnb. That way we have a place to fuck." Okay, and in the meantime, while we're there, okay, you can live in my apartment, the one that I own, the brownstone that I own. You can stay there, and the best part about it is, when we're not in your place, you can go back and live in your place. So of course Shay agrees to it because every fucking female on this fucking show does whatever the fuck Shay wants them to do. Every fucking female on this fucking show, last season 2, just bends over backwards and lets Shay fuck them up the ass with a fucking dildo. Every single one. Nobody offers Shay any resistance at any time for anything. It's like they're afraid to. And why the fuck is Carrie even hanging out with Shay or talking to Shay? This would never have happened in Sex and the City, okay? She doesn't hang out with outside people. She hangs out with her core friends. In this case, that would be Charlotte and Miranda, and that's it. That's it. She doesn't fucking go shopping with Shay or just talk about her love life with Shay. That would never fucking happen. Okay, Charlotte would never fucking hang out with fucking Lisa and talk about how they want to fuck 16-year-old boys at their children's school. That would never fucking happen. Okay, Naya's best friend is a fucking Black Lives Matter college professor. Okay, and she's gonna tell her fucking her goddamn fucking life story. You know, like she's writing a fucking autobiography on Miranda, and Naya's gonna fucking, in exchange, Naya's just goes, "Hey, why don't you live with me in my house?" Absolutely. I kicked my husband out, so yeah. You know, like that would never fucking happen. Okay, these women don't do that. Okay, on the show, on Sex and the City, they had outside friends every once in a while. Okay, but those friends never hung out. They never stayed around. They were always for a one and done. They showed up for one episode and we never saw them again. And there was always a reason why they don't hang out with that girl or that guy anymore. Okay, none of these girls had outside friends. Okay, with the exception of Charlotte and Carrie, they had their gay friends. They had Stanford and they had Anthony, and that was it. Okay, Miranda sure as fuck didn't have any friends. Okay, and no, Magda was not her friend. That was her fucking maid, her housekeeper. Okay, Samantha didn't have any fucking friends. Okay, so what the fuck, you know? These girls didn't hang out with anybody else. They hung out with each other, and that was it. Okay, all three of the girls on Sex and the City, each one of them thought that they were Carrie's best friend. And Carrie never set them straight. No, actually, none of you are my best friends. You're all my best friends. None of them had that conversation. Okay, Samantha thought that she was Carrie's best and only real friend, and so did Charlotte, and so did Miranda. Okay, these girls never hung out with each other unless Carrie was there. Did you ever notice that? I sure as fuck noticed that. Okay, these girls never did anything without Carrie. Charlotte and Samantha never hung out together and went to go do something together. Never happened. Okay, Miranda and Samantha never did anything together on their own without Carrie or Charlotte. You see what I mean? Samantha, Miranda, and Charlotte never did anything without Carrie. The only time that ever happened was when Carrie moved to Paris to go be with fucking the mad Russian Alexander Petrovsky, you know, the fucking ballerina. Okay, okay. They had like what 2 episodes where they were just hanging out together in the diner that they always went to, and then Big showed up. You know, like what the fuck? That was the only time they ever did anything without Carrie. Okay, so no, these girls had no lives without Carrie. Okay, so no. So the fact that Carrie will just fucking spill her beans about her new relationship to Shay, a woman doesn't even know who the fuck Aiden is or the importance of Aiden. Okay, Shay was not fucking there. We were there when that all went down. Okay, but she wasn't there. You see what I mean? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, what the fuck? You know, they keep just rotating that 4th seat. It just keeps getting rotated. Why the fuck is Carrie hanging out with Seema all of a sudden? Like, when the fuck does Seema become her best friend? That would never happen. Seema doesn't have the fucking charisma that Samantha had. She just thinks that she's a fucking Samantha, but she's not. And she's not even a Samantha, okay? She can't even pull the kind of men that Samantha... At least Samantha knows how to fucking get laid. Seema doesn't. Okay? She acts like you need... You know, like... You don't impress me, and you don't impress me, and you don't... Fuck you, dude. You don't impress anybody. You don't impress anybody, okay? There's not enough Viagra in the world for me to fuck you. I would be worse than that guy, dude. I would have the turbocharged Magnum 2500 penis pump in order to fuck you, Seema, okay? The kind with the fucking, they got the fucking pull back like a llama. That's the only way I get a fucking hard on for you, Seema. So don't give me that fucking shit that no man is good enough for you. You're not good enough for anybody, okay? Nobody gives a shit how much money's in your fucking bank account. Men don't care about that because we already know that when we're dating that we're the ones that have to have more money than the girl. We already know that, okay? So we don't give a shit how much money you fucking have. We don't look at you for your fucking money, okay? We look at you for other things, okay? Things that you sorely lack, Seema. So fuck you. All right, moving right on. So Carrie wants Shay to rent out her Airbnb. Okay. I'm sorry. Carrie wants to rent out Shay's Airbnb. All right. So of course Shay's all fucking excited and happy and gets all wet. And of course her boss is fucking there. Her boss doesn't give a shit that Shay's having personal conversations while she's getting paid per hour on the clock. Okay. Okay. Because that would happen in real life, right? We've all had those jobs, where our friend just comes over while we're at work and we just start shooting the shit while we're getting paid for it and the boss says nothing about it. Yeah, of course. It happens to all of us, all right? Okay, next thing is Anthony. Anthony keeps getting requests for Giuseppe, okay? His fucking bread delivery service, okay? All of his fucking delivery guys quit because they're all doing steroids. He said no more steroids. So they all quit. So he hired this new guy, Giuseppe, last episode. Giuseppe's an Italian guy. He's a poet. Yeah, I'm not making that up. He sells his poems for $1 a poem in bookstores, okay? But that's not what he really sells. He's got a big fucking cock. I'm not making that up. They put a fucking rubber prosthetic in there, just like goddamn Mark Wahlberg did in fucking Boogie Nights. So he's walking around with a big fucking snake bulging out of his fucking tight ass fucking romper, okay? So of course Anthony's immediately in love, and apparently so is Drew Barrymore, but Drew Barrymore's had fucking more cock than fucking she knows what to do with in her life, all right? I mean, Drew Barrymore, what the fuck? They went on the Drew Barrymore show last episode, okay? And even she was impressed by Giuseppe's fucking package, all right? So that should tell you something, okay? And she's seen a fucking a virtual reality maelstrom of fucking cocks in her life. And that was before she was even 14. So you managed to see more since then. And even she was impressed, okay? So that's going on here. Well, he agreed to do it for a week. It looks like he's been doing it for a month now. He says he's a poet. He's not a fucking a delivery guy, whatever. He keeps getting propositioned by Anthony's female customers. They keep asking for him, and Anthony's like, I'm going to tell you something I've been telling you before, okay? You're eating way too much bread. That kind of thing. So Giuseppe shows up, and he says he doesn't want to fucking deliver bread anymore, okay? So Giuseppe decides, but first of all, he notices the way, Anthony makes the bread. He folds it, he kneads it himself, the dough, and he tells me, don't punch the dough. Let me show you how to do it with his Italian accent. So he comes up behind fucking Anthony, okay, and there's like a fucking, Ghost, the pottery scene with fucking Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze where he comes up behind her and starts playing with her pot. Well, they do that with the bread dough. Okay, so we know, of course, Anthony's getting a fucking hard on here. Okay, and Giuseppe's doing this on purpose. It turns out he's gay. We didn't know last episode what he was, but now we know that he's gay. Okay, so of course, Anthony's all fucking turned on, but he's scared of it. A couple of reasons. He doesn't want to get a fucking sexual harassment suit. He starts sleeping with his employee. And second of all, let's face it, Anthony's like, 50-something years old, and this kid looks like he's, 24, 23, 25 maybe? The age difference is pretty big there, even for a gay guy, So that's going on here. And let's face it, I think technically Anthony's still married to Stanford, even though Willie Garson, the actor that plays Stanford, died in real life. His character's still alive on the show. He just fucking left him and went to go fucking live in Japan to fuck some boy bands. All right, but that's going on here, okay? So Anthony fires him immediately, okay, because he's getting turned on, okay? And Giuseppe's flirting with him. He really is, okay? Giuseppe's like, you fired me because I'm gay? She's like, your words, not mine. I love Anthony. He's already got pre-responses already planned for questions like this. He's like, I respect Anthony. He's doing the right thing. He doesn't want to be fucking his employee. He could get in serious trouble for that. If it goes south, and of course it always goes south in the end. All right. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to get fucking his heart broken. I don't think Anthony's dated anybody. He says, oh yeah, I sucked this guy in the bathroom last week. He says shit like that, but I don't think he's been in a relationship. Okay, and Giuseppe's like, maybe I call my lawyer, and it's like, you're not fired. You're on probation pending firing. Giuseppe's like, and Giuseppe says something in Italian, and then it's like, what does that mean? He says, girl, take a chill pill. And he walks out of there, okay? All right. Next scene is Charlotte and Lisa Todd Weston. They go shopping together at some rich fucking store or whatever, where they sell women's clothes. Who gives her some boutique or whatever, okay? And Charlotte's shopping for work clothes because she's going back to work. She's going to work at a gallery again. Okay, she got offered a job by this guy named Marcus Sapien, played by the actor Victor Garber. Okay, and she got offered, he owns a gallery. He offered her a job. She said, oh, I'm a mother now. I can't blah, blah, blah. But now she decided she wants to go back to work. Okay, so fuck her kids and fuck her husband. She's going to go back to work. Okay, even though they don't need the money. But she hasn't worked in 22 years. So she goes shopping for something to wear. Okay, for work now. All right. Okay, the sales clerk is there. She's a young girl, probably about 25 years old, and just looks at Charlotte like, you know, like the mean girl look, okay, that you girls give each other. All right, so she gives Charlotte this dirty look, okay? Okay, and she tries, and she tries on some fucking Little Bo Peep outfit, okay? Some bullshit girly outfit. Just looks stupid, okay? It's got a pink belt around it. You know, and she likes the belt. Oh my God, the belt, the pink belt. And the sales girl's just like that, all right? Okay. And of course, Charlotte tries on the dress, okay? And let's face it, okay, Kristen Davis has gained some weight, all right? She doesn't look the way she did when she was 34, 35, okay? Now, she's always had kind of a fat ass. Even I noticed that back in the 90s, okay? Okay, or she's got big hips or something. Because even I noticed she had one of those, like Jennifer Garner has to do that big ass, you know? J-Lo has it as well, but she also has the three-dimensional ass, whereas Jennifer Garner doesn't, okay? Well, unfortunately, neither does Kristen Davis, okay? She doesn't have the three-dimensional, okay? She's got the two-dimensional ass, okay? It's only big from looking at it from the back up. From the side, it's not big at all, okay? You can iron your fucking pants on her ass, all right? So she's got no ass, okay? She's been taking that drug, no ass at all, all right? So she tried, but she's got a big belly now because she's fatter now. Hey, she's fatter. She's, 58 years old in real life? Okay, so she's fucking fatter. She don't look the way she did when she was 32, okay? She don't look the way she did when she was that fucking tennis player in fucking 9 Months. Remember that movie with fucking Hugh Grant? And what's her name? Julianne Moore? Remember that one? Okay, yeah, she had a small role. I remember her from that. She had a small cameo role in there before when she was still a struggling actress, okay? But then again, she never really struggled because she grew up rich. I mean, she was dating Steve Martin back then, so who gives a fuck? Anyway, the point is, she dated Alec Baldwin, too. She fucked Alec Baldwin, too. Oh, my God. Oh my fucking God. No wonder she got an acting career. Anyway, so she tries to dress up. She's put on some pounds. She's older, man. I mean, she's a fucking grandma age. Come on, man. She's put on some weight. Okay. So her belly sticks out, which means that the pink belt is riding up instead of down, okay? Like it's supposed to. Okay, so that's going on here, okay? Because she's too fucking fat, okay? And so she asked the sales girl, what do you think? The sales girl just like walks away. And she's like, what did I say? What was that all about? And she comes back with these two fucking dresses, these two black, bigger dresses. I love the way these girls talk to each other, you know? She calls it like, I think I solved the problem. Look at this one. Look at this beauty right here, okay? It's generously cut. That means you're fucking fat. Extremis. You know, okay, it's not, it's generously cut. It's not slim fitting. So they won't accentuate the areas that you're not comfortable with. In other words, it's a nice way of telling her you're fat. You're too fucking fat to wear that dress. So here, put this thing on instead. Ladies, seriously, did y'all talk to each other this way? Like in the boutique and shit? Like, really? You know, because I can understand from a sales rep point of view. But even then, even to me, because I've been a salesman before, you don't talk to customers this way. I know she's disguising it with these neutral words like generously cut, and not slim fitting and, things like that, so we won't accentuate those parts you're not comfortable with. I get all the verbiage there, okay, to not sound offending, but it comes across as offending. The tone is offending, okay? So if I was a sales rep, okay, and this is my $1 million customer, okay, I'm not going to talk to them that way. I'm not going to be a nice way of telling them they're too fat. Okay, I'm saying like if you'd like it, absolutely. You know, I would also recommend you try this one on, and I wouldn't say anything about the fucking. It's generously cut, so it won't accentuate those parts that you're uncomfortable with. You know, no, I wouldn't say any of that shit. All right, the customer's always right. They want to look like a sausage trying to burst out of a fucking wrapper. Then that's their business. Okay, what the fuck? Okay? I'm not their fucking stylist. I'm just there to sell them what they want. You know, so fuck it. You know. Anyway, I'm not gonna piss her off, but that's what she does. She insults us, Charlotte. You know, with that, okay. You know, I know sales rep would ever talk to their multi-million-dollar customers that way, okay. So Charlotte, of course, is offended, okay, and Charlotte goes into her fucking full Karen mode again, which we've seen a lot of this season and last season. Her Karen mode, that's when she just talks to sales reps, to clerks, and talks shit to them like she's better than them. Okay, and gives them all this fucking attitude because she's unhappy with her fucking life, so she takes it on people that are like earning minimum wage. Okay, and so that she goes through that again. Okay, she does it. Seema does it. Okay, it's like a fucking epidemic on this fucking show. Okay, Miranda's always done that. I mean, this is fucking bullshit. All right, seriously. All right. So she talks to the girl. Okay, her name, and she tells her, "I'm comfortable with this dress, and I'm gonna take it. I know what I need to do, and you can take those moo-moos back." Oh, wow. And the poor little sales rep girl's like, once again, Charlotte is treating people like shit. Okay, look at the way she talked to the fucking the receptionist at the modeling agency last episode. Okay, she talked shit to her. Look at the way she talked to that poor girl at the fucking what was it, at that store where they go to your house and buy your shit. She went back there to get the dress back that Lily sold them. Remember the way she talked to that girl there too? Remember she just fucking went full Karen on them. Like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to like you, Charlotte? How the fuck am I supposed to like you? Because when you're not acting like a fucking Karen, okay, you're acting like a fucking fairy tale princess. The problem is, okay, is your face doesn't emote anymore because of all the goddamn Botox. You're too fucking old. You're 58. It's not cute anymore like it was when you were 34. And you're too fucking fat. Damn. That's 3 strikes, you're out, Charlotte. Sorry. Okay, so anyway, so that's going on here. And the sales girl looks at Lisa and says, like, what did I do? And they say, oh, it's not your fault, okay? You're 25. That's your crime. And when she's got a point there, you know? You'll understand one day, I promise. You know? So to me, that was a kind of a good scene, an okay scene there. At least somebody was speaking fucking some wisdom here. You know, like, hey, listen, these women, they're afraid of getting old. Okay, they don't like the fact that they're aging. Okay, their metabolism is slowing down. They're not losing weight as fast as they used to. They don't look the way they used to. That hence all the fucking Botox in her face. Okay, she's trying to hold on to her youth. All the women on the show are trying to do that. Miranda's definitely trying to do that. She's trying to fucking live in a fucking rom-com again. Well, she never really lived in a rom-com, but she's trying to create her life into a rom-com because it's a fucking boring-ass life. Okay, that's what she's doing. That's why she's always trying out these new things, because she can't fucking deal with monotony. She can't deal with just having a good normal life. No, she's got to add something to it. It's got to be more exciting for her. No matter who has to fucking suffer for her to experience that excitement. You see what I mean? It's like fuck everybody else. It's all about what I want, what makes me feel good. Okay, Carrie, the same thing. She's trying to get back together with Aiden, trying to recreate that, even though that ended a long time ago. She's trying to pick it right back up where it left off. It didn't leave off in a good spot. You know, it didn't, okay? But she thinks that maybe if she snaps her fingers, you know, then everything will go back to the way it was and she can get a do-over. And that's not the way real life works. It's not, okay? So back at home, Charlotte looks at old pictures of herself, and we see a photograph from back in the Sex and the City days. There's Samantha, her, Miranda, and Carrie smiling at the camera, okay? And she finds a young picture of herself. It's her from like season 1 of Sex and the City. And she decides to put that picture right on a hanger with the dress to remind her of what she used to look like and maybe how she's gonna look like again or something when she puts the dress on. Who gives a shit anyway? So anyway, next scene is Aiden and Carrie. They take the elevator to Shay's Airbnb. Okay, and Aiden's like, how did you know her? Like, how did you know this Shay girl? You know, how'd you know her? And Carrie's like, it's they. Okay. Their pronouns are they and them. Okay, that's their pronouns. Get it right. He's like, okay, Carrie. can I borrow a tampon, by the way? Basically that's what happens here, all right? And of course there's a neighbor there who looks like he's gay. Who fucking knows? He doesn't say anything though. He's mute or some shit. He good looks at her and gives him a dirty look like, because they're not supposed to be there. Shay rented it out to some people, okay? But they're pretending to be cousins or some shit like that, Shay's cousins, so they can stay there without getting in trouble. I don't know how that fucking works. But if the neighbor sees them go in there, he might say something to the owner, hence violating Shay's lease, which means that she'll get kicked out. So they got to come up with some lie so they don't get squealed on for being in there, okay? So they pretend to be this couple named Janet and Doug, okay? And they're cousins of Shay's or some shit, and they just go in there making some bullshit excuse, all right? So that's going on here. However, as far as the scene with Aiden and Carrie when they're coming out of the elevator, and Carrie corrects Aiden on using the correct pronouns when referring to Shay, if that had been me, she told me it's they, them. Okay, I have actually been in that situation before. Not like this, but I have been in a situation where a woman told me, no, you need to call them by they, them, or whatever the fuck their pronoun is. If that had been me there, I would have been like, okay, thanks for that, Carrie. But anyway, like I was saying, how did you meet her? In other words, if you want to call Shay they, them, that's your business. I ain't going to tell you not to. You know why? Because I fucking respect your opinions. And I don't fucking tell you how to call people something. You know why? Because it ain't my fucking place. That's what I would have told her. So what were you saying about her again? That's exactly it. And whatever direction that conversation goes after that, that's all on her. Okay? Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you if you don't like it. Okay? Okay, I'm not going to change who I am to please you. And if you really did love me the way you say, okay, you would accept me for the way that I am. Okay? This whole fucking pronoun shit just started like a week ago. Okay? So fuck you if I happen to subscribe to it or if I ever subscribe to it. Okay? And if that's a deal breaker, okay, get the fuck out. I don't even fucking live here. I tell you what, I still got the receipt for all this fucking silverware I bought. I'm taking it back. Bye. Absolutely. Guys, don't put up with this shit just to get laid. Don't put up with this shit just to get laid, okay? Okay? You should never have to sacrifice who you are. Okay? You should never compromise your morals or your personality for somebody else. Okay? You should never have to do that. Okay? And I say that to women as well. You shouldn't have to change who you are for somebody else. Okay? Okay, and I say that to guys as well. Okay? You don't pretend to be something you're not just to please a girl. Okay? Fuck that noise. You got to be who you are. Okay? And what you believe, there's nothing wrong with what you believe in. Okay? If you want to call women, okay, by women pronouns, by absolutely fucking do it. It's the way it's been done for fucking tens of thousands of years. Okay? And just because some asshole decided they wanted to fucking feel special and made up some bullshit pronoun rules doesn't mean you have to go by them. Okay? Fuck that noise. But let me tell you something, okay? Once there's another war going on, okay, all this feminist fucking bullshit is going to go out the fucking window. That's the first thing to fucking go. All right? So fuck you. We're on the right side of history. All right, moving right along. So that's going on here. Okay. And then, of course, when they get inside the Airbnb, he's like, oh, where did I get those names, Doug and Janet, from? Where did I get that? I don't even know where I got that from. And Carrie's like, oh, you got that from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, my God, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay, I have a list of my top 5 worst movies I've ever seen. Okay, my top 5 worst movies that I have ever seen, and Rocky Horror Picture Show is not on the list. It's not on the list. You know why? Because I never fucking finished watching it. You know why I never finished watching it? Because it made me fucking sick and disgusted. I could not finish watching that movie. This is the only time in my life that's ever fucking happened. Now, why would I even put that in the fucking DVD player? Because I was dating a girl that loved that movie. She used to do this fucking summer stock theater where she would play. They would do a Rocky Horror Picture Show every year in front of a crowd, okay? And they would have the actual movie playing in the background on the screen while the actors were doing the same scenes on stage. Okay, so she loved that movie. Let's do the time warp again, all that kind of crap. I had heard of the movie. Obviously, I knew Tim Curry was in it. I knew Susan Sarandon was in it. I knew all that kind of shit. I never actually watched it myself because it just wasn't my thing. Okay, obviously, it's not my fucking thing. But the girl I was dating, she wanted me to watch it because it's one of her favorite movies. So we put that in the DVD player, and I was sitting there with her in the living room watching this movie. And the longer I'm watching this movie, the more sick I'm getting. Like I'm getting sick in my fucking stomach. Like my stomach started hurting. Okay. Okay, and I thought I was about to start fucking squirting out of my asshole. Okay, about halfway into it, I think it was the scene where Meatloaf was on the fucking motorcycles and they were running around. Okay, by that time, I was done. Okay, I turned that fucking shit off and I never put it back on again. I never fucking finished that goddamn movie. Hence, because I never finished that movie, it's not in my top 5 worst movies I've ever seen. Okay, because I never actually finished that movie. Okay, I got sick. I turned that shit off. All right. If I'd finished watching it, it probably would have made it definitely would have made my top 5. All right? But I turned that shit off before I could finish it. All right. That's what I think about Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay. All that anticipation. Yeah, that fucking asshole. All right. I love Tim Curry, but nah, I ain't watching that shit. All right, moving right along, okay. Okay, there's no utensils in the place. Obviously, no hangers and shit. There's nothing in there. Everything's empty. It's just furniture. So they got to go to the fucking store. Okay, so they decided to go shopping. Okay, and then we get this little fucking cutesy little scene where they're like this couple that are buying furniture for the first time. It's, oh my god, look at this spoon. Well, look at this. Look at this, the smallest cheese grater I've ever seen. It's not a cheese grater. It's a sea salt grater. Huh? Oh my god, it's so cute. Look what we need. We need a big spoon. I cannot eat that with a tablespoon. Okay, you're right. Tablespoons suck. I'm gonna get you a teaspoon, Carrie. You know, they're just playing that along for fucking 2 years, man. That's what it felt like. All right, fuck all that noise. Okay, spoons suck ass. You know. Oh, you know what? We need a cutting board. Oh my god, I was gonna say the same thing. We need a cutting board. Oh my god, we're like there, cutting board. Yeah, we're high on housewares. Absolutely, Carrie. Hey. So all those times you cheat on me with Big, did you like it? that would have been a nice breaker right there, wouldn't it? They could have been kissing, hugging each other while they're waiting in line at the register, and he's like, "Hey, you know what, Carrie? Is Big's cock bigger than mine?" You know what sucks? What sucks is that the way they write Aiden on the show, he probably will fucking say something like that too. Yeah. All right. So that's going on here. Next thing is Seema. Seema's at work. Okay, she owns her own fucking real estate agency. She sells penthouses and apartments to people. Okay, her partner comes in. It's an actor named Donald Glover. Okay, now you've probably seen him before. He's been in a lot of shit. He's gay in real life. Okay, but I remember he was in Scrooge. Okay, with Bill Murray, that Christmas movie. He was Lex Luthor's dad, Lionel Luthor, on Smallville. Okay, he was the Dr. Woodrow, the Florenic Man in Batman, in Batman and Robin, the one with Uma Thurman. Okay, and Val Kilmer. Okay, he was in that one. Oh no, was it? Oh no, the one with George Clooney. Yeah, the one with George Clooney. Yeah, he was in that one. Okay, the one George Clooney and what's her name? Fucking Clueless, Alicia Silverstone. Yeah, that one. He was in that movie too. He's been in a lot of shit. You see, he's also been recently. He was in Shazam, not the new Shazam movie, but the other one, Part 1, the one with Zachary Levi. He played the bad guy's dad in that one too. Okay, so he's been around. You recognize his face. He's done a lot of fucking shit. All right, but anyway, he plays her partner, her business partner, Elliot. Okay, now Elliot's complaining because he has to show this apartment to some guy who's a movie director. He's got a contract with Marvel. Bull fucking shit. Marvel's going bankrupt, okay? He's got that Marvel money, okay? He's a director for Marvel, okay? And he's going to film a movie in New York, and he's in an apartment for 9 months. It's a rental, and seems like, I don't date rentals. I know, but you know what? This guy's always on his phone. Every time I try to talk to him, you know, he's high maintenance, you know, he's very picky, but he's heterosexual, and he's single, you know. And she's like, I don't do rentals, you know. Yes, but he's straight. Okay, and the guy walks in there, of course, he's on cell phone. Oh, sorry about that, you know. I just don't want a cell phone, you know. Doing making a movie here. And like, oh, there you go. I got to take this call. It's coming from London. But, you know, that kind of shit, you know. So, Seema's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. He's like, hey, you need to do it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so they're doing that whole fucking, you know, back and forth thing. Okay, his name is Bobby Gador, so of course we know, because they do a close-up of his face, that means we know that he's gonna fuck Seema, okay? And Seema treats him like shit, like she does every guy, like, you need to impress me. Who the fuck you think you are, Kim Kardashian? Seema, you're an old fucking lady, okay? No, you need to impress him. You need to impress him, okay? Get some fucking heterosexual men to write these goddamn fucking scripts, man. I swear to fucking God, no wonder y'all are on strike. Who fucking wrote this? Some fucking AI? Okay, I don't give a shit how much money, how successful you are with your goddamn real estate business. This guy is making fucking movies for Marvel Studios, okay? The highest grossing movies of all fucking time. And you're looking down to him like he needs to prove himself to you? Get the fuck out of here. How do you even stay in business that way? Okay, all right. I'm going to stop my review right here. I'll be back shortly to continue my review of And Just Like Crap. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.